Hello, this short video is designed to show you the remote check printing options available with the Darwin Business System. As everything is moved to the cloud more and more often, clients would like the ability for their clients to be able to print on site directly through the web without any burdensome software to install. So within our client self-service product, we have the ability for your customers to actually print their own checks with security controls built in. So on screen right here, I've got the Darwin invoice entry screen, the screen that pops up at the end of the payroll run, where you can directly print checks for that particular payroll run. I could have gone straight to the actual core check printer, but I'll just focus on this individual payroll. So I move to an invoice where I haven't printed checks yet. So invoice 450 right here. So if I'm just printing checks, I go ahead and click the print check button, and the check processor will open up filtered to this particular payroll. So I'll just see the checks for this particular payroll. I can see right now they're not printed checks. And of course, as a user, I could print those out right now if I wanted to, but I want to send them off to the customer for them to print themselves. So on demand, whenever I run an individual check or whole groups of payroll checks, multiple payroll checks, I can click this export option and it automatically sends it directly off to the customer for them to print themselves. So when I jump over to the customer portal, so now I'm pretending I'm the customer themselves. So this would actually be your web page, the customer signing in through your individual web page. Once they sign in themselves, sign in with their user ID and password, they can now go to their checklist. They'll see any payrolls where they haven't printed the checks yet, jump into the payroll itself, and they can come in and see the actual checks that need to be printed out. So any checks right here, we print it out and click the print button and it'll go ahead and print those checks. And so once they've printed them, they'll now not be able to print them again. Even if they go back and see the ones they printed in the past, the printer icon is now gone, so they cannot reprint those checks. So they get one chance to print them. So if they do have a paper jam or something like that, something legitimate, they might need to reprint the checks themselves. It's very simple for you guys to go ahead and authorize that reprint. You can come in, click reprint checks, and you can do this as a back office user. You could simply reprint the check yourself and then go ahead and send it to them, however you want to send it to them, FedEx, whatever method. Or you can come in and click export again, and now you're allowing them to actually reprint those checks themselves via the web. So now, if I go back out to the website, once I've done that reprint, now they'll be able to go in and reprint those checks again. But either way, it lets the PEO or ASO maintain control of when these checks can be printed and reprinted. They have to come back to the PEO ASO and ask permission before they can reprint any checks in the system. All done through the web. There's no manual uploads or downloads or anything like that. This is automatic web services authorized and kicked off by the back office user. When you guys have received funds for your invoicing, you can let the customers print their checks themselves directly via the web. Thank you.